is Monday Night Madness. Let's get it. Get a live in, and I'm gonna go hit the gym. Not feeling motivated today though. If you're rewatching this, just jump forward to about 2 minutes. And we should be going. Hope everybody's week is off to a good start. What's up, Ezekiel? How are you tonight, bro? I'm chilling now. I did some plumbing today. Shaking my head. Watched a YouTube video. It's like 3 minutes. The guy had it done. Took me like 2 hours. My God. No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I even asked where you were at because I didn't see you in the comments. It's all good though, bro. Glad you're able to make it today. Yeah, so I watched a 3-minute video and I thought, wow, that looks really easy. Yeah. And even after all that time, I still messed it up. Not a plumber. I am not a plumber. So the bathtub was dripping. So there's this little cartridge that sits behind the handle that you have to replace. And yeah, the video looked real simple. Allen wrench, take the handle off, pull a couple things off with some screws, and uh, yeah, it wasn't quite as simple. Oh, and then just gently wiggle it out, the cartridge. That fucking thing. Jesus Christ. What's up, Taftwood? How you doing tonight, brother? Well, that's good that you're playing tennis, though, Ezekiel. You any good? You play for your school team or something? Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Taftwood. You still out there in Texas? No, there was some pretty severe weather that rolled through there over the last week or so. It's kind of hard to see. Looks like there's 5 in here right now. That's cool. Shout out to all of you guys. So I dropped that video this morning on the sheriff's deputy that was unalived in a high-speed chase traffic accident, and I posed a question to everybody: should the suspect be charged with murder? Because that's what they're charging him with. And honestly, I didn't really answer the question. I just kind of put it out there uh, to the group to see what people think, and uh, hasn't had a lot of views at this point. So hopefully that'll pick up. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Smash the like button. Uh, nice. That's cool, Ezekiel. That's cool. I played tennis probably 3 times in my life, and I think twice we were smoking pot. And yeah, I wasn't very good at it. In fact, I'll tell you guys a story about that, about playing tennis. So, me and my partner, we went out to play tennis, and like I said, we smoked a joint before we played, and I don't know if any of you are gonna remember this movie, but there was a Tom Hanks movie. Maybe I don't remember what movie it was, but they were playing tennis, and he kept hitting the ball, over the fence. And he was acting like he was a baseball player. Like he would smack it and then he would like drop the tennis racket and put his hands up like he just hit a home run. And yeah, pretty much. Hey, what's good, George? How you doing tonight, bro? So I was doing that a couple times, and we didn't have a bunch of tennis balls, so he would have to go run and get it after I would get it out, and we just about squared up. He was getting pissed. I was dying laughing. Like it was, I could be such an antagonizer back in those days, And especially if you drugged me to do something I didn't really like. I didn't want to go play tennis, but he wanted to go play tennis. So, all right, cool. We're gonna play my kind of tennis. Oh man, he was beat red. He wanted to kill me. Good times. What's up, Q? And shout out to Q. Q helped me out with the plumbing fiasco today, and then I still put the damn cartridge in backwards, so now the hot is cold and the cold is hot. Jesus Christ. 3-minute video. I watched a 3-minute video. Guy made it look so simple, like, oh, gently, uh, made it look like plumbing for dummies, And Jesus. Like back and forth to Home Depot and asshole associate over there that sent me over there looking for something. 10 minutes, me and another associate are looking for this part. And finally, my wife goes and gets him, and like he walks right over and he's like, you need this and this. And I'm like, why couldn't you have freaking done that in the first place, Like, you need to stand there and hold that ladder up or what? There ain't nobody on it. Like, and he was an older dude. Usually, I'm from the Inland Empire, George, SoCal, high desert. And usually the older associates, those are the ones you want to talk to because they have the knowledge, and, they'll give you a tip or two like, oh, yeah, when you do this, do that, and it'll make it a lot easier. Dude didn't do none of that shit. Like, the state of customer service nowadays is ridiculous, Like, I don't know what it would have hurt him to, cold in my cold water is hot. And I think the guy who did it on. Yeah, I definitely didn't do mine on purpose. But like what the guy on the video said was when you go to put the new valve in, there's a H and a C supposed to be marked on it, and you put the hot towards the hot side and the cold towards the cold side. Well, I can't see small stuff very well. I even put my glasses on. I couldn't see it. So I said, well, I guess it's going in this way, and yeah, it didn't work out so well. Hey, do me a favor and hit that like button, guys. Just tap up at the top where it says how many people are in here, and then the like, the dislike, and all that stuff will pop up. You can just hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Is there a package by the door? No, there isn't. I don't see a package. What up, CC Reborn? How you doing tonight? You liked it? What? Oh, okay. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go hit the gym here in a little bit. Uh, go with my son. He usually works my ass out harder than I would, so it's a good thing when he comes along. He's gonna make me lift heavy weights and stuff, but well, he don't make me, but ego's a crazy thing, I guess. It seems like when I go alone, I'm just going through the motions, But when I'm with him, we push. So that's a good thing. or if you double tap your screen, if you're watching the live on your phone. Oh, okay, cool. It will like the live. Appreciate that, Ezekiel. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was wild. But yeah, tennis. Man, you gotta have some wind to play that game because you're running back and forth across the court, and like you watch. It's like any professional sport. You watch it on TV, they make it look so flawless and easy, and when we as normal people do it, oh my lord! Like the, I think the only thing I learned about tennis was you don't want to be in no man's land, right? Either you're up on the net or you're back. That area in the middle, you're gonna lose if you're in the middle. So that's about the only thing I really remember about tennis and playing it. But yeah, very good for the cardiovascular workout. But man, you will be winded quick messing with that stuff. so, so what's everybody up to this evening? Like I said, I was dealing with the bathroom from hell. I guess it wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be, but that 3 minute video, I figured it would take like 30 minutes to get it done, you know? And yeah, it took a lot longer than that. It's just like when I watch videos on fixing my car, like if the video's more than 10 minutes, I ain't even going to attempt it because I always just assume it's going to take 10 times longer than what the video takes. And speaking of the car's still having issues. Geez, we just, more, but my only problem is I'm 207 pounds, so I still have my catch my breath from time to time. Yeah, now I hear you. Yeah, we replaced a bunch of stuff on the car, and it's still acting up. Jesus. Sometimes when it rains, it pours, you know? But I'm still over here talking about sobriety, so that's a good thing. You know, I mean, I don't know. So now I think we need to do a fuel injector because we're still showing not a dead cylinder, but a misfire on cylinder one. I already replaced the coil, the plugs, all that good stuff. So, it is what it is, you know. Cars, they can be problematic at times, but got to have them, right? So. But I didn't drink and I didn't use today, so nice. That wakes up the neighbors, I bet. Yeah, those train horns are loud. Kind of like my truck horn at work. Usually just use the little beep beep horn, but we got the air horn up above. That thing, geez, if you're not ready for that you'll just about jump out of your seat. Seen some weird thing flying through the sky out here the other night. It's like a white orb, and it was just going across the sky, and then it just disappeared. Strange stuff. I don't know. Not really a big UFO alien guy, but that was definitely something different. So, man, we're all over the spectrum here today, aren't we, guys? We've talked about plumbing, we've talked about tennis, and we've talked about cars and UFOs. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, as far as SoCal goes, I'm kind of in some. I wouldn't exactly call it country area, but it's like county living, you know. um, got neighbors around me, but they're not like right on top of you. You know, like you go down into like San Bernardino or Rialto or Ontario, like the houses are really close. I mean, you know, I got neighbors all around me, but it's kind of spread out. You have a little bit of land here, you know, so that's cool. So, yeah, be sure to go over and check out that video that I did on the unaliving of the sheriff during the pursuit, and drop your opinion on that as well. Um, if you're not familiar, San Bernardino County Sheriff was unalived in a chase a week ago in Victorville. Uh, it was a car accident, tragic car accident. Now the suspect is in the that they were chasing is being charged with murder. So go make sure you go check that out, and tell me what you think. You know, definitely. Yeah, I think this one may be a shorter one tonight. Do I believe in aliens? I think they're amongst us already. Kind of like Men in Black, you know? People just don't realize it. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be like an alien invasion or this kind of stuff you see in the media, but I know there's definitely a lot of stuff I've seen in the sky that isn't what we're used to. I mean, it could be military test vehicles like that. There could be a lot of ways to possibly explain it, but I don't know. And then the question that always comes to mind with aliens, people say, "Oh, they come from galaxies away and all this stuff." How come they don't ever land? Like, what kind of fuel are they? Like nuclear, or how does that work? Uh, yeah, I hear you, Ezekiel. How did you guys do? Did you guys get hit with any severe weather up there? You're in Ohio, right? Yeah, I know the weather was pretty crazy there for a while, all over the place. So, what do you guys want to talk about tonight? I've kind of been all over the place. Don't really, like most of my lives, I don't really have a subject in mind. um, the thing that's been in the news up here lately is that sheriff deputy passing away in the chase. Um, yeah, ain't really a whole lot going on. Oh, okay. It was like 82 degrees here today. It was definitely on the warmer side. Um, Beautiful day though. Like we didn't have our usual wind and all that stuff, so that was cool. Little on the hot side. A kid passed in a pool 2 days ago. Passed away. Q. I'm not trying to be funny, but did he pass away or did he poop? I'm assuming you mean passed away, and if that's what you mean, that's tragic, you know. Foreman, yeah, Foreman did pass away. Yeah, that's. I was seeing that all over my news feed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even catch that one with you. I know somebody got hit by a car last night over there by Desert Valley Hospital pretty badly. You know what I mean? Like they said, they were picking up pieces all over the road. That's horrible, horrible thing. That's a bad stretch of road, especially at night. But yeah, George Foreman passed away. He was a boxing legend. Um, I don't really know what to say about Foreman passing away. I'm not really. I don't know. I have this opinion that when I pass away, very few people are going to care. You know, what I mean, there's a few people that will, obviously, but so when I hear stuff like that, it doesn't really like that actor in New Mexico that died. Good actor, but like he's 90 something years old. You know, he lived a good life. Like what's everybody talking about? I know it's suspicious the way he died, but like dude lived a good life. Definitely a grilling legend. That Foreman grill, man, that pretty good businessman too. It seems. I heard George Foreman had like 9 boys, and he named them all George. George Junior, George, uh, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. That seemed odd. Maybe a little. What is that? Like narcissistic? I don't know. But yeah, I heard that a long time ago, and I thought, wow, that's strange. But yeah. So, anyways, what do you guys think about John Cena turning heel? Let's go there. I think he's so out of character. Yeah, exactly, Jay, right? The only problem is you yell down the hallway, George, come here. Everybody's coming. Uh, only way I'm going to know if you passed away, Bobby, is if one of your family members gets on your YouTube channel and tells us about it. Yeah, hopefully that won't be anytime soon, but when it does, somebody will. Somebody will put it out there for the dozens and dozens, as Mick Foley said. Remember Rock used to say, the millions and millions. Yeah. So, yeah, somebody will definitely put a message out in the event that ever happens. Well, eventually obviously that's gonna happen, but hopefully not anytime soon. That gets there is the one that gets in trouble. Yeah, I guess so, right, Jay? Oh man, the first one to respond is it's curtains, buddy. It's curtains. I'm sounding like an old man over here with the way I'm talking, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. So, does anybody have any questions or anything tonight? Uh, yeah, I think working on that bathroom kind of wore me out today. I'm just kind of zoning over here, you know. Um, if anybody's got any questions or anything, I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. Oh wow, Jay says I'm still at work, so I get nothing. It's 3:25 Tuesday in Australia. Wow, wow. So it's like going towards that. It's afternoon there already. Yeah, it's a little. You said that now there's 10. Ezekiel, say something else. Let's see if we can bump it up a little more. Let's see what we got. I got a question for you guys. Let's see what you guys think. I don't know if you've ever had the canine unit run a dog around your vehicle. I like to watch that show, Contraband Seized at the Border. I think it's on like A&E or something. Uh, and they will run the dog around the car when they think there's dope in there, right? But one thing I noticed, they tell you all this information, but they do not tell you what the signal is from the dog. And, I've always wondered about this. Because, like I said, I've had dogs run around my cars before. They've never hit on anything, but packaging loss, so they're all the same bland color. No, they do. But the question I had was, as far as the cigarette packs go, that's what these ones look like. They're Montegos, and they're all different colors and such. Um, but in watching that show, when they run the dog around the car, um, like the officer will say, "Yeah, the dog hit or the dog signaled." Uh, oh wow, that's a trip, Jay. I heard they're expensive there too, right? Well, I mean they're expensive here, but I ain't never had a dog on me. Yeah, I think I've had a dog chasing me, or no, maybe not. But yeah, when they the one thing I noticed. Hey, what's up, Big Art? Big Ant? Sorry, Unleashed. How you doing? When they run that dog around, sometimes the dog will sit down. 40 for 20 pack. Oh wow, damn, that's crazy. If you buy a legal pack, right? I imagine there's probably quite the black market for them if they're that expensive. Uh, yeah, yeah. The when I'm watching the show, sometimes the dog will scratch. Uh, illegal packs are about 10. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, man, I'd be hitting up the gangs if they were that expensive. I guess. Where can I get my cheap packs? But yeah, the dogs sometimes they sit down. Sometimes they scratch. Sometimes like I don't even see them do anything, and the officer will say, "Yeah, the dog hit." And what I'm wondering is, why is that not a law that they have to tell you what the dog's signal is, so that you can, as you're watching the dog go around your vehicle, you can say, "Oh shit, he hit," or "Oh, he didn't hit." You know what I mean? Back in the stores if they don't sell their ones. Oh wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So there's a gang problem there as well, huh? Man, that's wild. I guess there's gangs everywhere, huh? The only time I had a dog on me, it was my family dog, and he bit me right in the chest. I said it was my fault, so we never. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so I've always wondered about that, and I wonder. I mean, I'm not in a position now to where I have to worry about a dog going around my car looking for stuff. But I never thought before to ask that question. Hey, what does a dog do when he signals? So I can tell also. But I wonder, would they even tell you? What the dog does. Like, how do you know? I mean, I would imagine it's the dog when the dog acts out of its normal behavior that would be a signal, but like, are there different signals for when the dog hits? Or is it just at the discretion of the canine officer to say, yeah, it hit, even if it didn't do anything? You know what I mean? I've always, well, I've recently wondered that. You know, like I said, uh, yeah, and that's what I think, Jay. To be honest with you, that's what I think. It's just an excuse to search the car. They can just say that, yeah, and that's kind of the point I'm making on that is it seems almost as if it's at the discretion of the canine, as the canine handler, to say, yeah, he signaled that there's something there, and then what if there isn't something there? Like, is that harassment? Is that um, is that, like, could you? I'm sure you could file a complaint, but like, how does that go? Like, can they just waste your time like that because they want to? I've been clean and sober for 20 years, Big Ant. I got clean on August the 9th of 2004. So, yeah, I've been clean for a while. They sit next to the package when they hit. Yeah, and I've seen some of them do that, and or the dog will show like extra interest in a package. Let's just say, like, he'll sniff it, he'll go past it, and then he'll come back to it. Like, I could see. I appreciate that, Big Ant. Um, you know, that's something I could see where I could say, oh, okay, well, the dog hit. But sometimes it seems like, that's right, Ezekiel's got 18 years, his entire life. Yeah, something I've always wondered about. I mean, when you're riding dirty and you're riding dirty, I guess it really don't matter, right? But typically, when I was doing that sort of stuff, if I was riding dirty, you couldn't smell anything or see anything that would give them probable cause to enter the vehicle. Most of the time, like, I would screw that up on my own, like falling asleep at a red light. Yeah, not a good one. Uh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I haven't heard anything from Joel or G in a while. Brody, May 20th, I'll have 2 years and I feel good. That's awesome, Big Ant. Shout out to you, man. That is great. What was your drug of choice? Or, yeah, what are you clean from, Big Ant? I love it when people put that out there because it just goes to show other people that it can be done, It definitely. And did it all by myself. That's right. Yeah, that's great. Damn. Are you mad because you haven't heard from him in a while, Ezekiel, or what? Yeah, no, thank you, Big Ant. Like I said, I love to hear it. It We're not alone out here. It feels that way sometimes, but we're not. You know, um, when you're in recovery, if someone else isn't in recovery, they don't. It's hard for them to understand the process and everything. But um, you know, Ezekiel says no. He runs his mouth way too much. Oh, yeah. Maybe they're on lockdown up there at High Desert, huh? Last time, that's where he said he was. He said he got LWAP. LWAPed. Damn. Okay, and and that's a tough one, Big Ant. That I think they talk about like the H in the Chris and some of that stuff and how hard that stuff is to kick. But I'll tell you this: you you typically cannot walk into a liquor store and buy a pack of cigarettes, or not. and buy H or Chris or whatever, you know what I mean? But you can go buy a tall can and a pack of cigarettes. So to me, those are a lot more difficult to kick than uh, than the illegal substances. Because with the illegal substances, you can just delete your contacts with your connector, whatever. You know what I mean? And just break it off right there. But chances are you're going to stop to get some gas or something. You walk into the convenience store, and man, there's Budweiser and Marlboro and all that stuff like right there in your face, you know. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a lot more accessible. You know what I mean? So yeah, congrats on that. Definitely. And I was that kind of drinker too when I was drinking. Um, you know, we'd get started with like a 20 pack and a pint and see where the night went. You know, kind of thing. Some good old Jack Daniels or something along those lines. But yeah, I'm blessed to be clean these days. So, but yeah, I definitely appreciate your comments. Uh, I'm not even going to attempt the name or the comment, but I appreciate your comment. Don't know what it means, but appreciate you tapping in. Uh, yeah, and that's how it is, right? You know, I mean, your companion, right? Oh, always there for you. Never judged you. You know what I mean? And the more the merrier. Okay. What language is that in, Ezekiel? You are going to be the official translator for the Broken Bobby's transformation page. I appreciate you. Now, can you tell me how to say that name? Friend Sangpwai? Sangpwai? There it is. I said I wasn't going to attempt it, and I did. Ciel Zook Tau Lotur. That was the comment. And Ezekiel says that is the more the merrier. All right. How about that? So it's back to work tomorrow. I'll try to get another video out this week at some point. I'll see if I can get some shorts dropped during the week. And check me out over on TikTok, Broken Bobby 72. I try to put a little bit. I haven't done much over there recently. I tried doing a live over there, and that I did not like it. The format's so much different. I didn't understand it. And I'm at that point in life where I really don't feel like learning anything new. So it is what it is. It was Vietnamese. Okay, cool. It was Vietnamese. Zao Zaktu Lo. I can't do the accent. He says some. I'm just sitting outside on the live tonight, real one. Um, the area I was recording in isn't accessible right now, so when I jump on these lives, hey, you do the same, Big Ant. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, so I just pop out here on the porch, smoke a couple cigarettes, and jump on the live. Maybe at some point that will come back around. I'm not sure. We'll see. But Yeah, so anyways, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you would. I would greatly appreciate that. What's up, Nitro Bob? How you doing? Excuse me. Has anybody seen G or Joel? Did you do the Breaking Bad to the garage? Not today. Hey, I appreciate you, real one. You definitely are a real one. No, I didn't. Just some circumstances have changed, so it's just not accessible right now uh, for a live. And besides, I'd rather sit out here and have a cigarette while I'm talking to you fine people. Yeah, that's good stuff. So I hope everybody has a great week. Like I said, I'll try to do some shorts. Work's been chaotic as usual, so makes it hard sometimes. By the time I get down to work, I don't have a whole lot of time, so I got to throw on my boots and my safety vest and go get the daily briefing before we get started. Because I'm the lead in the yard, so I got to go in and see the schedule. if if there were, I definitely wouldn't be in there, but there's not. So, anyways, the trans, the real one says, "Hey Bobby, how has the transformation been going since day one? Haven't checked in for a while. It's good. Life is happening as it does. Um, some days are better than other days, but you know, I'm still here. I'm still kicking. Uh, Perhaps Ezekiel, perhaps. Um, Lost some weight, gained it back. Now I'm working on losing it again. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go hit the gym here in a little bit. I've been doing a lot of walking on the treadmill. I'm kind of more concerned with shedding some pounds than I am putting on any muscle. I think I have enough muscle already. Not that, not that, I'm not trying to say I'm some big muscle head or something, but I have enough muscle. I need to lose some weight. So, because those bodies can be heavy sometimes, Ezekiel. I need to be able to breathe long enough to carry it up to the hole. Oh, my friend named Joel hit a deer last week with his car. He was scared, but he's okay. But the front. Oh, yeah. Them deers will tear your shit up. And don't let it be a moose. I've seen some moose. A few. I don't know how to say the plural. Is it meese? I do not know. Somebody drop it in the chat. But a group of mooses, let's just say, I seen them. I think it was in Colorado. And man, them things are huge. That's not something you want to hit with your car. That's more like something that would hit your car. You look healthy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm all right. You know. I heard though, if you run across a moose in your vehicle, do not honk at them because it pisses them off. There was a video, some guys in a pickup truck, and they honked at a moose, and the moose tore their shit up. Them things are like, I don't know, 9 feet tall at the shoulder or something. I mean, them things. I remember I was coming through Colorado. I want to say on Interstate 25 up by Wyoming, and there was a group of them running along the side of the highway, and I'm in a semi truck, and they're practically looking at me at eye level, and I'm like, holy shit, those are some big creatures right there. Would not want to piss them off. But moose is singular and plural. So a group of moose. What's worse, hitting a bear or hitting a moose? Depends on the bear, I guess. I hit a moose. Real one says, damn dog, I hit a moose going on a hunting trip from White Falls for whitetails of all things. And that thing was so far in my pick. I believe it, bro. I believe it. Like them things, they're epically large from the ones that I've seen. Like yeah, you could die hitting one of them things. It's crazy. That's a big, heavy creature, and the last thing you want to do is piss it off. I'll tell you. But a bear or a moose, I don't know. I think it depends. Like a brown bear in California ain't that big as a moose, but then again, a grizzly would probably be in the neighborhood. So I don't know. I'm not a forest ranger or anything to be an expert at that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think I'd want to hit either one of them. And if you pissed a bear off, what's up with it, Monk? How you doing tonight, bro? I'm chilling. Uh, they go flying, but I'm pretty sure if you hit a moose, yeah, like they'll run through your car pretty much. Like the real one said. He said, they hit one when they were on a hunting trip for whitetails, and that thing was so far in my pickup, it was to my face almost on me. That's crazy. Just tore up the front end. Uh, yeah, we're doing all right over here, Monk. It's life is happening, brother. Life is happening. Car issues, plumbing issues, UFOs. Got the whole nine going on over here, but you know, yeah, real one says, nah, you go flying. What's up, Mexican G? How are you tonight, brother? I'm doing all right. You will be fine depending on your car, and the moose will fight a big ridge. Yeah, and I've seen videos of that too. There was a Schneider truck. Man, it seems like it's going around right now. Mexican G says life's been a bee. Uh, yeah, like things are tough right now. Monk says I was riding a mule drunk and got rushed by an emu. Damn, bro. Q says in Canada I watch a moose kick a horse in the house. The horse was insta killed. I believe it. Oh, we got Diddy in here talking some political stuff. Yeah, you and me both, Mexican G. I wish you the best of luck, though, brother. Yeah, you got brakes. Mine's got no power. We've already replaced the coil, O2 sensor, spark plugs. I guess the next thing when we get some more money is going to be the fuel injector. And if that don't work, then it's a cat. So, man, yeah, times are tough right now, guys. It can be. It sure can be. Cool, give me two. Yeah, I read that. I had to read that again because I was like, hold on a minute, isn't that like the opposite of what people usually say? We're all gonna make it, brother. That's right, Mexican G. I appreciate you. Yeah, we'll be all right. Sometimes life ain't what we want it to be, you know, but we're still here breathing and we're above ground, so we still got another day to fight. And that's what we're going to do, right? Might have to crack my 401k again. Damn. Yeah, I've, I think I got like 2 loans on mine right now, so I feel you, bro. I feel you. You had 5 Diddy. Yeah, I do remember that. That was a funny night for sure. We got to make it through the storm, and the sun will shine, says a Mexican G. Yes, sir. Monk says, Monk hit us with a "Don't look at the mountain." What would G say? Look at the mountain and don't start climbing. Oh me, oh my. All right, guys. I think we're gonna probably do another 10 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym. Got to go get my walk on and some heavy weightlifting tonight. If all goes well, I'll make it to work tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Nothing but respect for you all. You guys rock. Yeah, I imagine he would, Ezekiel. So, you know, it's the company you keep, right? Um, you know, life is hard sometimes. What do they say? When life gives you lemons, make some lemonade. I mean, I guess we're making lemonade right now, but it's all right. It's all right. We still got another day to fight, so that's what we shall do. I was actually able to buy some eggs last week. That's a good thing. Overcoming it. Oh, I like that one, Real One. He says, if you have an obstacle in life, don't be afraid of it. Instead, overcome it and make it afraid of you. That's right. I want to make my car afraid of me so it's scared to break down. My Lord. But, anyways, yeah, maybe he is, Ezekiel. I wonder where Joel's been. I hope he's doing good, man. He was doing good. He was on a good roll, free from the alcohol. I hope he's still fighting the good fight, you know? Right? Man, I'm telling you, Monk. Yeah, Joel Mirez, I think is his name. Um, yeah, he used to be in here pretty regularly when I was doing lives a little more often, but I kind of slowed him down, so some of the regulars I haven't seen in a while. But last time I talked to Joel, he had like 67 days clean from alcohol, which is great, you know? Eggs. I bake. Butter and eggs are killing me. Yeah. Make your car your B word so it stops breaking down, right? I want to grab the keys, and when I look at it, it's like, okay, fine. I'll take you where you want to go. Oh, man. You don't realize how much you rely on it until it has become unreliable. I don't know. At some point, I might have to take on a payment. I really don't want to do that. But got to have reliable transportation, especially where I'm at. Like everything's spread out, so it's like a 5-mile walk to the bus stop. Jesus Christ. My car sucks. I actually miss my Ford Tempo. Damn. Ford Tempo. I remember the Ford Tempo. Yeah. I had a Dodge Caravan. We really enjoyed that. It started giving me problems, so I sent it down the road and got this Toyota, but it's been good to us, you know? Hire someone to be your personal Uber driver. I wish I had it like that, Ezekiel. Yeah, this has been a good car. That's why I'm putting extra work into it, trying to get it right, you know. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up for the evening, guys. That'd be cheaper than repairs for your good semen that way, real one, you know. I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. I think we're gonna leave it there. Um, you know, it life is hard sometimes, guys, you know, but we just got to make the best of the situation and keep pushing towards something better, right? So it all starts with sobriety. You know, have a great week, Monk. Real one, Ezekiel. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm scrolling through. Is it Mexican G? Everybody, if I missed you, I apologize. Everybody have a great week. Yeah, I think that's quite a commute to come take a look at the car, though, Ezekiel. I appreciate you, bro. Anyways, everybody that participated, I appreciate you. Everybody have a good week, and I'll probably holler at you guys again next week. Remember, just don't look at the mountain, just start climbing. Have a good one, guys.